B Marsh Boxing back at it with another post fight review. This is a fight between Oscar Rivas, the Colombian based out of Canada, I think Montreal, because he speaks French, versus Brian Jennings. What a fight, man! What a finish, man! This was a good fight. Not all the way through, but the 12th round. Oh man, after 6 rounds, the fight was a technical matchup. You know, what I mean, it was a chess game. The first 6 rounds, I had the 3 rounds apiece for each guy. You know, what I mean, both guys were using their jabs, not very much punch variety. You know what I'm saying, and they were both mirroring each other. You know, what I mean, basically doing the same thing, throwing the jab, occasionally throwing the right, not really going to the body too much. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally body shots from the man Brian Jennings. The man Oscar Rivas, when he did go to the body, it'd be straight right hands or jabs to the pit of the stomach like he was throwing to the head. You know what I mean? Not much punch variety. Round 7 and 8, 9, I gave it to the man Brian Jennings. You know what I mean? He started having more Brian Jennings was on his movement, you know what I'm saying? He stays on his lateral movement. For the most part, the rounds that I had him losing is because he was on his laying on the ropes and really wasn't throwing as much. And the man, Oscar Rivas, even if he wasn't landing, a lot of the punches were being caught on Brian Jennings' gloves. I had to give it to Rivas because he was being more aggressive, you know what I mean? Then round 11, I gave it to Oscar Rivas. He had finally won a round after a while because I seen Brian Jennings was basically running away with the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I gave so far by the end of round 11, I have 4 rounds to 7 for the man in favor of the man Brian Jennings. You know what I mean? I thought Oscar Rivas in that round, he was being more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing a different punch variation. You know what I mean? And Brian Jennings wasn't letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? He was just looking for opportunities to counterpunch. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't very active in that round. Round 12 begins. This man, kaboom! Oscar Rivas, because that's his nickname, kaboom! This man came out like gangbusters, just jumped on the man Brian Jennings, unleashed a mirage of punches, almost looking like it was about to look like some Tommy Morrison versus Ray Mercer type shit, man. This is the heavyweight division, big boys, you know what I mean? And the man Oscar Rivas was unleashing combinations, left, right hooks, just going in on the man. Boom! He drops the man with an overhand right. Brian Jennings hits the canvas. The man Brian Jennings didn't throw one punch in between those exchanges. Not one. And he didn't even think of clinching. You know what I'm saying? This guy, Brian Jennings only has 17 fights as an amateur. This was a guy who used to play basketball and football out Philly. Big ups to my peoples out in Philly. They know my mans, you know what I mean? They know the man Brian Jennings. My man works out with him, you know what I'm saying, in the morning, you know what I mean, getting that wrecking. You check it out in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Big ups to my peoples out there, anyways, So Brian Jennings, he a vegan, just like my man's is, you know what I'm saying? But Brian Jennings, it's obvious he's not a fighter at heart, you know what I'm saying? It's obvious how he got bodied in that 12th, a fight that he was about to run away with, even if he survived the 12th round and didn't hit the canvas and just lost the round. I'd have him winning this fight 7 rounds to 5, you know what I'm saying? And that's just because he was giving rounds away, you know what I mean? But Oscar Rivas with the massive upset knocks Brian Jennings out of the top 10, you know what I'm saying, or top heavyweights, you know what I mean? On the come up, he was trying to get another title shot sooner than later. Tim Bradley was gassing him up tonight. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he's the best heavyweight in America. Tim Bradley said that tonight. He said Brian Jennings the best heavyweight in the United States. You know what I mean? Look what happened, man. The Colombian based out of there in Montreal, man. That guy Mark Ramsey, he lit a fire in the man. Kaboom! And the man exploded in the 12th. He lit a fire under him, and that's how I know the man speaks French, because Mark Ramsey, the trainer of Oscar Rivas, and also guys like Alidia Alvarez and other fighters over there like Jean Pascal in Canada. You know what I'm saying? He was speaking to him in French, and he was telling him like, man, get this man out of here, like be aggressive, and that's exactly what he did, man. Beautiful fight. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm watching Andrade. I've been watching it at the same time. You know what I mean? I got Andrade running away with this fight so far. You know what I mean? But what a fight, man. Great night of boxing, man. Friday night. Basically knockouts, you know what I mean? Only fight that I seen go the distance so far it's TJ Donahue versus Takahanashi or that the Japanese guy. You know what I mean? Donahue defends his IBF 122-pound title. But I'm very interested to see what's next for Oscar Rivas, man. You know, the guy wasn't really having fights in the USA. You know what I mean? I think he got a bad detached retina or something, you know what I mean? Wasn't getting licensed. This was my first time really seeing him have a fight in the States. And man, if this is first time in, man, what a hell of a debut. B Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments.